So, good news. I woke up with my alarms today, and I've mostly just been stretching out my shoulders, watching videos on YouTube, catching up on the news, and, well, from the sound of things, my youngest is certainly awake. So, about to get the day rolling, gotta go wake up my oldest, make some coffee, get everything that's not my shoulders stretched out. And see about putting up that last load of laundry from yesterday. And just carrying on with the day. I'm awake. Yeah. 126.4. I'm feeling like this is the yo-yoing, and I don't know. I don't like this. Don't like it. Outfit time. Mutant and Proud shirt and blue jeans. I'm not planning to go anywhere, so very simple. Cheerios with heart-shaped Cheerios in them, and coffee again for breakfast. Lunchtime, grilled cheese with 2 slices of roast beef and some water. This bread is not the usual honey wheat Nature's Own. This is the keto version of that. Each slice is only 40 calories. I'm taking a break because I am back on it with the dang laundry and monitoring both my kids doing their schoolwork. And I'm really, really, really tired still from yesterday. Although I was listening to 99% Invisible podcast on Spotify. And there was a really cool episode of, I think it's number 48. And they were talking about this really neat spot inside the U.S. Capitol building. You know, keep in mind, this was, of course, prior to all the fun stuff at the Capitol building last month in January of 2021. And they were just kind of investigating the building. And there was this really cool place in the basement where there's these antique marble tubs carved out of solid block marble that were installed in like the 1860s or so. It was really cool. So I'm looking for a link to this, see if I can find it on YouTube so I can send it to my grandma, because we had been talking about podcasts and I compared them to Paul Harvey. Well, I found a very different one. I found a video made by the same folks who do the podcast that had to do with a phone booth out in the Mojave Desert. And it was really cool. It was like 20 minutes long. So I sent her that instead. She watched it and messaged me back that was really, really cool. So my day has not been completely devoid of fun, even at this point. Let's see what time it is. It is 1:50. So if my kids can get done with all their stuff today, maybe we can get out in the nice sunny weather. It is really, really bright outside. Totally clear skies. Not a cloud to be seen. And t-shirt weather. I could really use some sunshine, but not until school stuff is done. As soon as I am functional enough to get back on my feet, it's back to cracking the whip and folding the laundry. And I hate it. Man, there's some changes coming to my youngest 5th grade schoolwork, because they are switching all the remote students over to a dedicated team of teachers, which means more adjusting. If I can get them in the buildings for the last 9-week session, that would be ideal. But I guess we'll see how this happens with vaccine rollout in my area. The strain's coming up. Oh, this is awful. Anyway, back to the grind. It's 4:10, and I baked exactly 6 Pokemon Break and Bake cookies. and I gave them to my children with milk. I'm momming it today, but it's also kind of killing me. Dinner, I was back at it with the keto bread, but also it was kind of a shredded taco meat that was beef and also a salad, and I was pretty good with my calories today. Upstairs hall and a door that led onto a balcony. And then a whole series of rooms that led into series of rooms that led into each other, and we're lined with books, but most of them very old books, and some bigger than a Bible in a church. And shortly after that, they looked into a room that was quite empty except for one big wardrobe. The wardrobe. The sort that has a looking glass in the door. There was nothing else in the room at all except a dead blue bottle on the windowsill. Nothing there. Nothing there, said Peter. And they all tromped out again. There's probably a genie in that bottle. Except Lucy. What did Lucy do? She stayed behind because she thought it was worthwhile trying to open the doors of the wardrobe. She saw several coats hanging up, mostly long fur coats. There was nothing Lucy liked so much as as the smell and feel of fur. She immediately stepped into the wardrobe and got in among the coats and rubbed her face against them. Dead animals. Soon she went further in and found that there was a second row of coats hanging up behind the first one. Did she sniff those too? It was almost quite dark in there, and she kept her arms stretched out in front of her so as not to bump her face into the back of the wardrobe. It's not quite 10. We're watching one more episode of Attack on Titan, and I'm sitting here saying, the dumbest stuff, and we've established that if I had bone plates on my face, I'd be popping bottle caps off with them as well. It's 10:49, and you can see the cat in the background, and I think I'm doing pretty good today. So, I made my calorie goal. I made my active minutes goal. I got a little bit of exercise in, I guess, in amongst all that housework too, which kind of wore me out. What are you doing? He's just looking suspicious when he thinks I can't see him. Great. And I guess I'm on track for a technically early evening in that I am going to be done by 11, I guess. I'll be in bed by 11, but probably still have this uploading well into the night. Seems to be the way things go. I think I did pretty good today. Tomorrow, not a whole lot going on. I guess I do have to finally watch last week's episode of Walker if I'm going to watch Walker tomorrow night. I didn't get much TV other than Attack on Titan, and that was just 2 episodes because that's what there was time for. It's been a rough day. Didn't get outside at all. I think I may have left the porch at one point just trying to encourage the dog to go outside, and it's really nice weather, and feel like it's being wasted. Tomorrow's supposed to be 81 degrees. I guess I'll find out. But I don't want to take forever and have to edit this super late. So I'm going to try to upload, not upload. I'm going to try to edit throughout the day tomorrow, in addition to all the other stuff that I'm trying to improve. And see if I can't speed this up a little bit. Thanks for sharing my day with me.